Music, theory and solfege, all the clefs are learned. If you are going to be a composer that is going to use orchestral music, you learn all the clefs. What actually I'm saying, I can say it in a different way. If you're a composer that's going to use many different instruments, you are going to find out, you should be able to read these notes as though they would be different notes. And how many options do we have? 7, because there are 7 notes, right? So that's the options you have. So at some point this is a C, at some point this is a G, in some point this is an F. And so if, for example, this was an F, so which clef could be used to tell me that this is an F? Yeah, you're right. So look at it. This is an F. If this were an F, I would actually use this clef in front of my music, so that everything would be, then I know that this is a C, I know this is a G. You see right away, I know because I'm thinking already that clef, because I learned to read in all these clefs. So it's a way of fixing it. Now octave displacement is very easy to do, especially on a piano. Not so easy to do on other different instruments, but octave displacement, I can make my kids play here and there, and first year piano, it doesn't matter for them. Actually, they always make the mistake where to start the piece of music, because they forget that this is middle C, and they sit here and they play that as though this was the C in the middle. Okay, so I mean octave displacement is easier to do. So I could have an instrument that is sounding an octave lower than this one, but it doesn't matter, it's still an F, so I would know how to read it. So imagine you have that clarinet in B flat. Now you remember that he's reading it as though it's written with a treble clef. All the clarinets are written with a treble clef. Even if they're sounding 2 octaves lower, they're written with this clef. So because for them it's easy, it's always reading the same notes, always playing the same fingerings, but the instrument is sounding different. And as a composer who's going to use a clarinet, you have to know what it's sounding, because also when you're reading the score, if there's a clarinet in B flat, you have to know what. So think about it. What is the clef that I would be using? So what are we saying? The clarinet is playing with this clef. That note, the C, because it's in B flat, it's actually saying always the C. When your clarinet is in, it's C that is that note. It's the C that is that note, okay? So the C is actually B flat. So this note here, the first line, ledger line below, now it's not anymore a C because we don't have. This is a B flat. So what is the clef that would give me that as a B? A B. Then we will flatten it, but it's a B.
What? Sorry, there's a question?
Yeah, it's a question. If this is a B,
Yeah.
what is the clef I need to use?
Bass, no?
So
You
think
see
about
the logic I used.
No, see, Vanya,
I
you
don't know
have
if
to
I
think
did it.
about,
I don't know.
you know the order of the note A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the alphabet, you know it. So think about B. B is, so if this is F,
Oh, okay, I didn't know
Then-
that was an F. Sorry.
yeah, this is the bass clef, it's an
No,
F.
because
F.
I was, but the
These
other,
are F, all this is F.
the one next to it is also F then.
Yeah, this is F, but on the third line.
Okay, I see. So you didn't write this anywhere on the board.
No, but I was saying G, G, C, 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 F, F.
Okay.
These were actually letters.
Okay, wait. So if
There were G's, there were
that is a
C's,
B.
and there were F.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're right. G, C, F. Yeah. you
Okay,
wrote
they
that.
were written like that in the past, okay, and they got transformed into being that way, okay. But the C is actually still very near to that still.
It's this the
Think about it. It's
G,
also for you, huh?
F.
So this is B.
The F. No.
So if this is B, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now you should have one of these that fits this
G,
sequence.
G.
G or what?
C clef tenor.
So which one?
Third one. The
So
fourth one,
just
tenor.
now you can use the word because it doesn't
Tenor.
matter. Soprano is always a C clef.
Tenor.
Mezzo is.
Oh,
So you're
okay,
saying the
okay.
tenor. So he's saying the tenor because the tenor has, yeah, the C is here. Look at it. So if I place the tenor clef, the way you do it, you have to find one of them that suits. So if the C is in this position, I mean, it could have been, so you have to look one of the clefs. So is there a G that suits this one's? No. Is there a C that suits one of them? Yes. There could have been an F that suits. Is there an F that suits these two? No, because you see the F is here and the F is here, so it doesn't, there's no F clef that fits this. So there's a C clef on the fourth line, which is called the tenor clef, and as soon as you put that, so you put that in front, and then you know that it's B flat scale, so if it's a C major, if he's playing C major, you just put two flats in front of it, so you can already transpose the whole thing. So with a pencil, you know, for me it's easiest, and then you have the score of the clarinetist, and I'm accompanying the clarinetist. So with a pencil, I just write, hey, this is C clef on the fourth line, and sounding, it could sound the same. In fact, actually it is sounding the same. No, it's sounding an octave lower. Okay, because it's sounding, right?
The tenor, yeah.
Yeah. The real instrument, the clarinet, will be sounding an octave lower, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
clarinet would.
Yeah, right? Because actually that's middle C, but this is, so it will be, it's,
Yeah.
okay?
No, but that is the same note, no? Why would it sound an octave? I'm confused. Why would it sound an octave lower? Because that is the note where that tenor clef is crossing. That is the C.
No, but everything I write here, so the clarinet will play this note. And actually this note, it will be this note here, not this, if I place the clef here, no? Or not? You understand the problem? There's an issue, right? If the music is written this way, the clarinet is playing this note now. Imagine a clarinet is playing G. It's sounding not that, it sounds an F below that G. It's not here, it's up here.
Yeah.
Because this is middle C.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you play it, they're going to sound the same, no? They're going to sound an octave lower or higher because that doesn't say octave higher.
No,
It's just shifting the reading scale up. It's not shifting the playing scale up.
you're missing a point. To try and find out where your mistake is. You're having a problem. Think about it. Look, it's very simple. I'm going to play the notes here on the clarinet. And you're saying, I'm playing C, G, and you're saying to put this clef in front and to play these two notes again. So it's going to be,
Oh.
okay, because that C is here, is this one. You understand? And this note, look, this is what I'm asking you to do, no? I'm rewriting the note here. So with this clef, look where it's sounding.
So an octave.
You understand? I mean, I'm reading that and that is here. You're putting a clef in front of that. It doesn't change what this is. This is still here.
That is still there.
It's still the first line, no? It's the first ledger line below the
Yeah,
star.
but that note.
It doesn't matter, it's here. This is the first line below the ledger line. So that sound is where? Depends which clarinet you're using, but if you're using the B flat clarinet,
Can I have a sharpener?
which Andresh has, then you understand.
If I want the thing to be in C major,
Yes,
and I play on the piano,
yes,
and I get C.
yes,
The clarinet thinks he's getting C,
yes,
but actually he's getting B flat.
yes. Well,
Yeah.
no, it's the other way around. The clarinet will be, for you on the piano C major, the clarinet will have to be in D major,
Yes.
so that you're playing both of you C major scales. It's the other way around. Your clarinetist in B flat has to play D major scale.
Yes.
So he's going to read D major scale.
What is D major?
Yeah, exactly. Fantastic. So that it sounds like C major.
Yes.
Mm.
If
Yeah. But I want to know what, so the clef that I'm going to have in front of that, what is the clef that I'm going to have? That
Just see the reason why we change clef is to read better, no?
it's to read right
different-
away.
It's to read differently. It's not so that middle C which is there in treble clef. It's that middle C which becomes on that line.
No,
right?
no.
It's the
I
same
mean,
note. that middle C which is there on treble clef, when you put it in the tenor clef, it's that same middle C.
You're not
there.
transposing the score. You're reading the clarinet score. You're actually reading the clarinet
shit.
score.
Okay.
You're not transposing it.
Oh, so the note is actually there.
The note is actually written one
Okay,
legend
okay,
below,
okay,
and that's a
understood.
B
I
flat.
understood.
So
Fine.
what happens is that if I write this note here, it's a B flat. Okay, I'll have to read that anyway with this clef in front because
Yeah,
I'll just
okay.
replace the clef. I'll erase this and put the C clef,
I was
the
thinking
tenor
that.
clef,
I was missing
and then
this
I'll
line.
put two flats. I'll put a B and an E flat, so that it'll make it easier to know right away. So, and that, so then that is B flat, B, and it's B flat. Notice how it's a B, but then I have to do an octave displacement, no? So I have to play everything an octave higher. So it's really speaking, it's this, like that. Okay? For the clarinet in B flat. But now imagine I had the other clarinet that also is very commonly played, the A clarinet. Which clef do I need?
You lost me like half an hour ago.
Come back. Let's see, where did you get lost? You understand the transposing instrument, right? You understand the problem of the sound.
Well,
the clarinet is thinking he's playing in C major.
Well, that's the thing. I'm still a bit wonky on that clarinet and whatever, which is transposing instrumenting a clarinet.
All of the clarinets, because there's no C clarinet. If there was a C clarinet, it would be non-transposing, but it's not. It's all clarinets like the saxophones. They're also transposing. So you're actually writing for them. They're reading something, but it's not sounding what you wrote for them. So you need to know what to write for them. You understand?
Yeah.
So a B flat clarinet, which is what Chandra
So
brought
wait,
last time.
can you tell me? It's just one tone, no? One tone apart. If I'm writing in C, then I have to write one tone lower for them, or what?
No, the other.
No.
You have to write one tone higher, because it's a B flat clarinet. So
Okay,
when they
higher.
play C, it sounds B flat.
Okay, so it's higher, so I have to write it.
Yeah,
higher.
one tone higher. But I'm saying you don't have a chance. I'm not talking to you about writing. I'm talking to you about understanding what they're playing. So you're not writing the score. That's perfect for you to write
No,
for them.
But now coming to this
Yes,
point here.
because this is for you to read it. For you to read it, so you exactly know which notes are where.
So for that, basically, you're saying you just have to write the 8, and if you have to.
No, you have
that's
to.
the whole thing.
Yes, it's a whole tone. So I'm trying to find out. So let's look with the A clarinet. The A clarinet is saying that when the clarinet plays this note, it's actually sounding this A here.
Soprano.
So it means that I will have to rewrite this scale here. So if this is an A, so this is A, this is B,
Soprano.
this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and so on. C, D. Okay, that's how the scale is for them. Because I know you understand how to write it for them. But now imagine you have their score, and you want to play around. You imagine you're trying to find some chords to accompany the melodic line. You need to know what those notes are. So it's written as C, but it's actually sounding A. So it's a problem. So you know that. So how to know it's a C, but it sounds an A. So it's actually not a C anymore for you. It's an A. So that's what we are trying to do. We are trying to eliminate this clef and put a clef that makes that this is actually A, which means that all these notes are this way. So which clef has these notes? You said it. Where is that? Yeah. So A, B, C. So we have a C here. Is there one of clef that has a C in the first line?
Yeah.
Yeah, the soprano clef. Exactly. So I put that in front here. Now you know what to do. You just scratch that out and put the soprano clef in front. So it tells you already where the C is. And then you need to make the sharp and flats adjustment according to the scale. And in this case A, so it will have 3 sharps. Okay? So you have to write them in as well. Which means that right away you can read it. You can know exactly what it is sounding like. The real sound of it. Now as a composer you need to do both things. you have to understand the clarinet written in this way, because in this way you know exactly where their sound is changing, because it's always changing in the same place. You have the different three, you remember the three, the chalumeau and then the mid range and the high range. It's always at the same, those breaks are all in, all clarinets are in the same place, which is very easy to remember if you know them how it is here, but then the sounding is completely different, so you need to do the transposing. And that's why you have you need to know the 7 clefs, you know. In Italian it's called setticlavio. They even have a word for it, the 7 clefs, setticlavio. That's it. Learn the 7 clefs, which means actually you're learning how to read this with the 7 different transpositions. Because you'll have all of them. You need all of them. With all the transposition levels that exist, you need all of them. Again, there's an octave displacement though, right? Or not? Do we have to do the octave displacement again?
What is octave displacement again?
Well, changing it octave higher or octave lower. We have to find out how it's going to sound exactly.
No, but here it's just. Why do you need to change?
So this is an A.
It's the same, no?
It's going to be the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in this case it is. Okay?
Yeah.
So because, so that's,
Yeah, it's literally side by side. It's just offset.
right? It's going to sound the...
But soprano doesn't sound an octave higher or something. It doesn't.
No, this is exactly, these are exactly the same notes and the same frequencies all over. So that F is exactly this F, okay? Unless anything, no sign has been added, okay? So this is really how it is, okay? So that's an interesting thing to learn, and it's a great skill if you're writing for orchestra. Now if you're writing only for piano, forget it, you don't need it. But then you need it too, because there's that thing where you are transposing the tune. Like Vanya, many times he came to me and you said, how do I transpose? You know, it's so hard when I transpose it in this key and that key. I don't want it just to go up. I want also the intervals to be transposed. So that's damn easy, because as soon as you know, you can by transposing you can do that if you know the clefs there. So I haven't worked much, but very often when you accompany singers or some people, they say, oh, can you transpose a tone higher or a third higher and so on. Then again, this is very helpful.